Hello people, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel Research Hour. This is me, Isha Gopal here. Today I'm going to talk about a very important issue. But most of the time students face this issue. They do not even know what is the statement of purpose. They are having difficulties while writing the statement of purpose. Sometimes students want to apply for scholarships, want to apply for admissions, want to study abroad, but they didn't even have an idea what is the statement of purpose. So in this video, I'll be covering about statement of purpose, how you can write a good statement of purpose, what is the basic criteria for writing the statement of purpose, and the most important thing, do not uh, do not merge the statement of purpose with personal statement. Some of the time sometimes students start writing statement of purpose, but they write personal statement instead of statement of purpose. So what is the basic difference between these two statements and how you can write a good statement of purpose? Today I'll be covering about this. Okay, so let's get started. Stay tuned with me. Okay, so basically this is the basic difference between statement of purpose and personal statement. Most of the time you do not have an idea what you're writing. Okay, so these are the 5 different steps to write these two statements. So first of all, I'll be giving you walkthrough what is the statement of purpose and what is the personal statement, what's the main difference between these two statements, and where you guys can use this new statement. If you are applying for scholarship, you need statement of purpose instead of personal statement. Okay, so first first thing first, what is the main difference between these two statements? So in personal statement, you have to explain why you are the right candidate for the certain program. Okay, and and when you are writing for statement of purpose, you have to explain why you want to study a certain subject. So you can see there is a clear difference between these two statements. Okay, now let's talk about another uh, criteria, which is focus. Okay, so what is mean by that focus? You have to in personal statement, you have to describe your growth via personal and academic experience, while in statement of purpose, you have highlight your interests, credentials, and qualifications. Let me give you an example first, then we will move forward. Okay. For example, you are writing a personal statement. So you have to explain why you are the right candidate for the certain program. For example, if you are applying for medical physics and they are looking for the candidates who can work on the mass spectrometry scanner, for example, they can work using the AI algorithms, and they can make a kind of um, they can make a kind of program using the um different densities and different properties of soft tissues. So you have to explain why you are right candidate for the certain program. You didn't have to write you why you want to study a certain subject. You didn't have to write about like you are interested in subject because you have a good interest in soft issues, or you have good interest in biology and you know the protocols and each and every. No, you don't have to write about these things in your personal statement. In your personal statement, you have to write why you are right candidate for this program, what you can do in this, what efforts you can put in their project. So this is the main thing. And in statement of purpose, you have to explain why you want to study a certain subject. So these two things are have a major difference between them. Okay, then you have to describe your growth via personal and academic experiences. In personal statement, if you wanted to apply for a certain project, you have to describe how you can guys how you have growth, how you grow in your using your personal using your academic experiences. So and then in statement of purpose, you have to highlight your interest, credentials, and qualifications. Like you will be writing in the second paragraph or statement of purpose, you have to like differentiate your qualifications. Then you have to differentiate your interest and credentials. Just wait for a minute. I'll be showing you a good statement of purpose. The statement of purpose that I have used for my own application, and based on that statement of purpose, I got admitted in a university, and now I'm doing a PhD from a renowned institution. So I will be sharing the good statement of purpose. I'll be sharing all the things with you guys. So stay tuned. Okay. Now the third thing is objective. This is the most important thing in your statement of purpose. So personal statement includes the objective that you have to share who you are and what you have done in the past to prepare for study or career in your field. Like, for example, if I am a physics student and I have done my research in medical physics, so I'll be sharing in the personal statement like who I am. I am a physics student. What I have done, I have done my research in medical physics, and to pass to prepare for study or career in your field. So I'll be sharing the things related to these things. Okay. And if I'm writing the statement of purpose, then I'll be sharing my potential value, my future plans, and interest to the school or program. I'm not be sharing who I am, what I have done so far, and what is the like my career in my field. No, I'm not sharing all these things in statement of purpose. In statement of purpose, I'll be sharing what are my future plans, what are my potential values, and what is the why I'm interested in the school or program. So I'll be talking about their programs, their environment, and all these things. Okay. Then the fourth thing is tone. Like you have to while writing the statement of purpose, you have to be reflective, introspective, and inspirational, so that the reader should know about your potential. And while writing the statement of purpose, you have to be prospective and motivational, so that they will know how motivational are you, or how interested are you in their scholarship, and how well can you put your efforts in their scholarship or in their school, and why you are a valuable person to win a scholarship, or why they will give you a scholarship. Give them a reason. Okay. And then last but not least, the length. You should be typically write a statement, personal statement for one page. It's typically for one page, and a statement of purpose, it can be 2 or 3 pages. Typically, you can write statement of purpose for one page as well. It depends on the university criteria, for which university, for which scholarship you are writing. For the statement of purpose, you are writing the statement of purpose, they have written a clear instruction on their page what kind of statement of purpose they want. I'll be sharing one example with you from Riyadh University's page, and then I'll be sharing my own personal statement, what I have written so far. So stay tuned. So I am opening the Khalifa University's graduate admission requirements. In their admission requirements, they have written clear things. Okay, you guys can see from their page, this is their page, and they have written over here the statement of purpose guidelines. They have written each and everything in detail. You don't need to miss any chance to write a good application. Statement of purpose, they have written over here that introduction about yourself, your interest, and your motivations, as I have already told you about these things. Okay. Then they have written over here the reasons for applying to the graduate program at Khalifa University's Science and Technology. Then what they need from you is that what you hope to gain during your studies and specific issues to wish you wish to address. Okay, they have written clearly what they want from you. So you should write each and everything about it. Okay, related to them. You need to stick the criteria. If you do not stick to these things, these criteria, they will never bother to check your statement of purpose. They will reject from by saying it. Okay, so you have to be like stick into the criteria. so that you get noticed. You have to be your professional inspirations and how you think this qualification will help you achieve them. So you guys can see that most of the time students get rejected just ignoring these steps. They think that this is not a critical step, so they write statement of purpose according to their own criteria. That's what the big mistake. Okay, biggest mistake. So they have written over here, you have to written how your previous studies and work experience, where applicable, related to the program you have chosen. This means that if you are a student of physics and you are applying for biomedical sciences, for example, so you have to give them a reason why your previous studies and work experience related to the program you have chosen. If you didn't give them a reason, they will not bother you to give you a they will not bother to give you a scholarship. Okay, so you have to give them a specific reason why you are applying into the into particular scholarship or into particular program. Then you have to stick other matters you consider important and relevant to your application. So this statement of purpose is very important thing for those students uh, who are studying in a one particular direction and they want to change their direction into another particular thing, into another particular subject. So this statement of purpose and these criteria will help them a lot. So now I'll be sharing my own statement of purpose. So before sharing my own statement of purpose, I'll be sharing all these things in my in the description of my video. You guys can check from here. They have written a good I have found a good post about writing an effective statement of purpose. So in this post, the writers have written what you guys consider and what you guys should not consider, do's and don'ts. So these things you should have to uh, keep in mind while writing your statement of purpose. And they have written a pro tip like your SOP should sound like you. Be authentic and let your passion for the subject come through naturally. Okay, so yeah, that's it.